So, I can't wait. Excuse me. Hi guys, so I'm here for my July TBR. Super excited. This is my favorite time of the month to see what everyone else is planning on reading. I love watching TBR videos. So like always, I'm gonna theme my videos. I know the last theme TBR Haul that I didn't go so well. I only read 2 out of the 4 books that I picked. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you all the books that I plan on reading this month. And then if I don't get to them, that's fine. That's okay. But this is kind of like just books that I've been wanting to read. So hopefully I can get to them. I'm gonna try and focus on what I have planned and not get so caught up in what everyone else is reading, because then I get distracted and I don't finish the TBR Haul that I have set out for myself. So, anyways, this month's theme is books about books. So books that could be about libraries or booksellers or reimagining of classic books. Anything along those lines, anything book related is going to be in this TBR pile. And I'm really excited. I've actually picked out 8 books that are in this kind of books about books theme, and I can't wait to get into them. So I've picked some adult fiction, some romance, some YA, and then some really kind of unique books that just are kind of quirky, and I've been really wanting to get to. So let's go ahead and start off with the first 2. These are both in kind of like the adult fiction category. And the first one that I have is The Storied Life of A.J. Fickry by Gabrielle Zevin. This is actually a recent release, and I can't wait to read it. I was actually looking into getting this book before it was released. I was interested in for this pile, but then I saw Renkelly's review, and I was like, okay, I have to get it for sure. She really enjoyed the book. I will actually link her video down below. I completely trust her reviews. I don't know if I already said that, but I completely trust anything that she recommends. And she said it's a contemporary book, but it kind of has a magical feel to it. But it's about a guy who owns a bookstore and whose wife has passed away, and his life is kind of just going downhill, and even his books don't hold any kind of interest to him anymore until one day he receives a package in the mail. So that's all I'm going to say about this book, but I can't wait to read it. The second book that I have is, for my adult fiction kind of pile, is actually a children's book, but it's a classic, so that's why I have it in here, is The Never-Ending Story by Michael Ende. I loved this movie growing up. Loved it. So I can't wait to read this book. This was actually first published in, I forgot, 1979, and then in the 80s it was made into the film series. So if you don't know, this is all about Bastian, who starts reading a book about Fantasia, this magical world, and kind of gets pulled into the story and goes on this long magical adventure. Really excited to read this. I know Mercedes from Mercy's Bookish Musings read this. I don't think she actually liked it, but I think we have completely different tastes when it comes to reading, but I still love watching her channel. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing what she has to say, if I can find the review, I will link it down below for you. But like I said, I don't think she was too crazy about this book, but I'm still really excited to read it. So those are the adult fiction reads for my books about books theme. And then I picked 2 kind of books that are more, a little bit more based on romance. So the first book is A Discovery of Witches, can you see that? By Deborah Harkness. This is about a girl named, what is her name? Diana Bishop. Diana comes from a long line of witches, which isn't something that she actually practices, but she comes from a long line of witches, and she's researching and going through texts and archives and stuff like that, and she comes across one that hasn't been seen in centuries, and by reading this she kind of opens up a whole can of worms and releases a bunch of demons and witches and vampires and things like that. Yeah, that's basically what I've gotten from this summary, but I'm really excited to read this. It's the first book in a trilogy, and the third book is actually being released this month. I think like on the 12th or something, or the 15th. Or the 12th, I can't remember. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I've been kind of wanting to read this one for a really long time, and I've been holding back so I could put it in this TBR themed pile. But yeah, really excited. It's how many pages? It's 579 pages. So that's going to be quite a read. Yeah. My next romance read is a very unique book, and that is The Thorn and the Blossom by Theodora Gloss, a two-sided love story. So this book is really, really cool because you can actually take it out of the slipcover, and it's one long book. It's an accordion style book, so you can start at one side and read one story, and then you switch to the other side and you can read another story. So this is about Evelyn, who goes into a bookstore that Brendan is working in, and he hands her a medieval book, and as they're reading the book, it kind of seems like they're the people in the story. Sounds really, really interesting, and I can't wait to read it. I know for a while there are a lot of people on BookTube who are reading this, but yeah, I got it for really cheap on thriftbooks.com, so wait, look, you can still see the little thrift books sticker. I should probably take that off. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this. It's not very long at all, so glad to have it in the pile. So these are the two romance books that I want to read. And then moving on through my pile, I want to read some YA because everybody loves a little YA in their life. The first book that I picked is a well-loved book and a well-loved author, and that is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. This lighting sucks so much. But anyway, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. This book is about a girl who is in love with, what's his name? Simon Snow. And Simon Snow is the equivalent to our Harry Potter. So she is just obsessed with the series, and her twin sister is equally obsessed until it's time to grow up and go to college. Now her sister grows out of the Simon Snow phase, but she's still desperately holding on, and I think it's all. Now the next YA book is actually already released into a film, and that is The Book Thief by Marcus Cusack. I wanted to read this book before the movie came out, but I just didn't have the time, so I'm glad to include it into this pile so I can finally watch the movie. But this is all about a girl named Liesel who lives in Nazi Germany, like outside of Munich or something, and she is kind of in love with books, and she's been stealing them from Nazi book burnings, and her father has been secretly teaching her how to read the books, and at the same time her and her family are hiding a Jewish man in their basement, which is obviously very dangerous in that time. And the unique thing about this book is that it's narrated from death, which everybody seems to really, really like that aspect of the book. And yeah, I can't wait to read this. It's been a long time coming. I bought this book like several years ago in a Goodwill for $1, so I've been meaning to read it for a very, very long time. And it was published, I haven't been telling you when these books have been published, but this was published in 2006, and it's about 550 pages, so it is kind of big, but I'm still very, very excited. Now moving on. Now I have my last two books in my Books About Book pile. They're extremely, extremely unique and kind of cool. I'm going to start with the one that's probably not new and exciting to y'all, but it's exciting to me, and that is Death Note story by Chisagami Ohoba, I don't know, and art by Takashi Obata. This is a manga, and I've never read a manga. This is gonna be my first one, hopefully, if I get to read it. And the cool thing about this is it's read from left to right, which is how, is it Japanese manga read books. So I think that's really, really cool. Anyways, this is the first bind up edition with the black edges. But this is all about Light, and he is a student, and one day he comes across a notebook that has been strategically placed in front of him by the death god. And when you write in the notebook, you can kill people. So Light decides that he's going to rid the world of evil, and he starts writing names into the book. And it says it really well here. It says, Will Light's noble goal succeed, or will the Death Note turn him into the very thing he fights against? So it sounds really good. I think there's like 6 bind-ups in total, so everyone seems to really like it. So I'm excited for this. And then the last book. I haven't even opened it up so I could show you, and that is S by J.J. Abrams and Doug Dorst. This book is so cool. I didn't even take it out of its wrapping so I could show you. But we're going to open it up now on camera. Right now. Well, maybe I should tell you what it's about first and then we'll open it up. So what this book is about is it's kind of made to look like a library book. So you can see kind of like the library like categorizing system on here. And the book here is the Book of Theseus. And what the story is Emily one day finds this library book and picks it up and starts reading it. And on the margins are actually somebody's notes and kind of own story. And his name's Eric. He's been writing in it all of his, anything that he's thinking, and Emily picks it up and starts reading it. Well, then she kind of adds to the margins and puts the book back, and so her and Eric are kind of going back and forth writing in the margins of this book. And then you also have the story of the Book of Theseus going on in this book. So if that wasn't confusing already, I'm going to go ahead and put tomorrow's book review of this book down below for you, because I'm pretty sure I didn't explain this very well. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited to open this up. So we're going to go ahead and open it up on camera. What? Unboxing. My first unboxing. Ta-da! And then we're going to go ahead and cut open, I think I have a razor blade to open this. Oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. I'll just do one side. So, and then you do this, and then you can take out the book. Oh my gosh, the Ship of Theseus. Did I say that? So the book that Emily finds is the Book of Theseus, which is by V.M. Straka, and it's supposed to be a classic in this story. And then I'll probably switch angles for you to see. But it looks like an old library book. Like, even the outer edges are kind of distressed. And then you have book for loan. And then, oh my gosh, it even has like colored writing, if you can see what this book is. So freaking cool. And then, so you have the story, and then you have Emily and Eric writing on the side. And then in it, you also get like these pieces of paper. And just, this book is just so cool. It's got like what looks like a, what the heck, a newspaper. You get, oh my gosh, just a bunch of cool things, pictures. It looks like, oh my gosh, postcards. This is going to be really cool, and I think it's going to take me longer than a week to read. So this is the book. I'm so excited to read it. It's going to be really, really good, and I think it's going to take me longer than a week to read it, but I'm so freaking excited. I can't wait. So yeah, this is the book, and this kind of wraps up the last of my TBR pile. So let me see if I can get all of these books in a shot for you. It's going to be kind of hard, but we're going to try. These are all the books for my Books About Book theme that I want to read this week. So this roughly adds up to 2 books a week. So I can't wait to read these. I think this is going to be a really, really good reading month. And I think 2 books a week is more than manageable for me. So yeah, I'm really excited. And I can't wait to see what y'all are reading. Leave down below everything you're reading. Also, if you've read any of these books, let me know if you like them, because it will kind of inspire me to keep on keeping on and read all the books that I've set for myself. Yeah, really, really excited. Also, I've decided to do a video about all of the July book club picks and read-alongs that are going on in the month of July. And it's because a lot of them I really want to participate in, but I don't think I will get to. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and make a video with all the books and read-alongs that I'm interested in, but I can't participate because I just don't have the time. But yeah, anyways, that's it for today. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you tomorrow.